Hello, my name is Stevie Dubbins, and in this one I'm going to show you how to calculate your Pokemon Speed Stat from your max speed in miles per hour. If you want to skip right to the formula, I'll leave the timestamp right here. If not, I'm going to talk a bit about my methodology, and then I'm going to show how I got the formula, and then I'm going to show some real-world examples, including my speed stat. First of all, my methodology. I want to create a set of data points that correlate a Pokemon's speed to their actual speed in miles per hour. To do this, I'm going to use real-world animals for comparison. I know there's lore that says what the speed of different Pokemon is, but I'm just going to ignore it because it says Ninjask is faster than the speed of light and Macargo's body is hotter than the sun. So I feel like some of these are probably exaggerations. Anyway, here are some real-world comparisons I made along with their speed. First is Bidoof. They have a base speed of 31, and they are a beaver. And on land, beavers have a top speed of 5 miles per hour. Fun fact about beavers is they have a set of transparent eyelids called nictating, I think that's right, membranes that protect their eyes and allow them to see underwater. Next up is Medina, who I said is a hyena, hence the hyena suffix, which has a base speed of 70 and an actual top speed of 40 miles per hour. A fun fact about hyena is I can't spell hyena to save my life, and also they have one of the strongest bites among terrestrial mammals and can easily crush and consume bones, which apparently is rare among carnivores. Next up is Rotom Fridge with a base speed of 86. Rotom Fridge is a refrigerator, and its max speed I calculated from the terminal velocity of a refrigerator and found it to be around 62.8 miles per hour. Fun fact about fridges is there is a phenomena known as fridge blindness, which refers to the tendency of people to stand in front of an open fridge looking for something to eat and not finding what they want, even though they're looking right at it. I do that all the time. Next up is Arceus, who is God, and there are many reasons I wouldn't be able to measure the speed of God, them not being a physical being and thus not being bound by our human notions of speed and distance. Trying to measure the speed of God would force humans to reduce a divine infant being to finite and incomprehensible terms, which really isn't possible. And among many different religions, God takes on many different forms, so it really is impossible. 150 miles per hour. God is 150 miles per hour in this graph. And finally, we have Talonflame, who is a hawk, and hawks fly pretty fast at 200 miles per hour. A fun fact about hawks is when they hunt prey, they have this technique called sunbathing, where they spread their wings out and expose their bodies to direct sunlight. This behavior is believed to serve several purposes, including warming up their muscles before flight, removing parasites, and potentially blinding or distracting prey animals by reflecting sunlight into their eyes. So, I'm not going to go through every point on this graph because it would take a very long time, but I did do this for many different Pokemon and fill out the graph of my Pokemon speed stat versus their corresponding speed in miles per hour. And this is what I have right here. So now what I'm going to do is fit this data to a function that describes this relationship between speed in miles per hour and a Pokemon speed stat. This is the function that I get when I fit my total set of data. This function takes in miles per hour as an input and outputs the Pokemon speed stat. For example, Usain Bolt has a top speed of 27 miles per hour. Plugging this into my handy-dandy equation, I get a speed stat of 67.72. For me, I once ran a 6-minute mile when I was 16. Definitely couldn't do that anymore, which equates to a speed of 10 miles per hour, which is a speed stat of 40.93. And that's pretty much it. I'm in the process of working on the other stats, but they're a lot more difficult than speed. I have some ideas, but if you want to give me some suggestions for real-world comps for Pokemon stats, let me know in the comments. Thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this fun and want to see more. Goodbye.